What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Jake. Welcome to the JD Cars Automotive YouTube channel. Today on JD Cars, we're doing a whole lot of work on our E83 X3. It's bright as heck outside because I get so much snow in the yard here. But if you guys don't know already, if you weren't following the Instagram, you probably don't know that this thing exploded. Luckily, it didn't blow up the engine, but the cooling system did explode and it lost all of the coolant on the ground after I let it sit too long idling and it overheated. Now, today we're doing a whole bunch of cooling maintenance and overhaul. We just did a thermostat replacement. We banged that out in less than an hour. And now we're gonna try to do the water pump in under an hour as well. I think we should be able to do it in about 45 minutes. Your water pump is located right here up under the thermostat on the M54 6-cylinder here. And as you can see, it's not very easy to access with our radiator fan in the way here. I've already disconnected it. We'll have one electrical connection right here. There's one more down there that I do like to disconnect just so we don't run the risk of damaging it. And then another connection up top here. So after disconnecting those, we can remove two T30 screws, one on each side, up at the top of the radiator fan. And that will allow you to pull the fan right out, set it aside, and now we have much better access to our water pump. Now, before we take tension off this belt here, our serpentine belt, we're gonna use a 10mm socket to remove all four of these fasteners here. By doing this before removing the belt, we keep the water pump from turning. So now we can take the belt off. And the easiest way to do that is by leveraging our tensioner arm right here. And you can either do so by popping off that cover and leveraging the end of the arm, or you can simply take a 16mm socket and put it on this little nut that's welded on. I'll show you guys right now. Just put a 16mm socket on here with a nice big hand ratchet that you can leverage. And you'll see if we turn this to the right, that takes all the tension off the belt. And I'm gonna need two hands here, but this should make it very easy to remove. Just like so. Pull off our ratchet. Set that aside for now. We can just let the belt hang out. We should be able to pull off this pulley, though we might need to persuade it a little. There we go. Do be careful with how much you hammer on this pulley because it is plastic, but as you can see, just tapping on the face of it and rotating it popped it right off of the water pump. Now, once again, using our 10mm, we can come in and remove the water pump nuts. With those four nuts removed, we should be able to remove the water pump itself. Now, you'll see there are two holes on either side of the water pump, just in between the fasteners that we just removed. There's one right there and one on the other side. Those are actually for extracting the water pump if it's lodged in there. I think we're gonna be able to get ours out, but if not, you can insert two bolts into those holes. I believe it's an M6 by 1, but I think we should be able to pull straight out on this. Wiggle it a little. Yep, there she goes. So despite how terrible our genuine OEM water pump looks from the outside, it's really not too terrible on the inside. Typically you'll see some damage to this plastic impeller. Mine looks pretty good, but I was experiencing some problems, so we are replacing it today. Always a good idea to hold on to these, but we will be upgrading to a metal impeller today. I decided to test out one of the cheapest water pumps on Amazon. This is definitely a lot lower cost than replacing with OEM, so good idea to hold on to this, but I am interested to see how the Amazon special turns out, and we are upgrading to a metal impeller. Also, like to note, these impeller blades are actually a little bit larger than the stock, so we should see a little bit of improvement in circulation of cooling. So just as the old water pump came out, we're gonna insert this head on, and if you're curious, we're gonna have this guy on the bottom, not on the top. This little flat piece is gonna be on the right, and the round one on the left, which is a little bit lower. Whew, this new O-ring is really tight. It's a tight fit. So I think I'm gonna have to press it on, thread on our nuts, and suck the water pump in. All right, with our new water pump installed and those four nuts torqued down, we can reinstall our plastic pulley. Now we'll leave those guys finger tight until we get our belt reinstalled. We'll run the belt around these two accessories over here, sort of get it lined up, just like so. Now we'll bring in our 16 millimeter, turn this clockwise, let's take the tension off, and it should slip right on there. Now we can come back in with our 10 millimeter and tighten down all 4 fasteners. And just like that, we've replaced our water pump on this M54 6-cylinder X3. We did it in under 45 minutes, which goes to show just how easy this is. I really hate to see so many people getting ripped off at the dealership or even independent mechanics charging $500–600 for a water pump. Please don't waste the money. You can do this at home with a very small set of hand tools in under an hour, and you can save yourself hundreds of dollars, and it feels quite rewarding to do it yourself. I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here because I do have a little bit more work to do in the engine bay with the cooling fan removed. We're gonna do belts and an expansion tank today as well. But I hope you guys found this water pump video helpful. If you did, please go leave a like down below. Comment what other videos you'd like to see done. Subscribe for more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on JD Cars.